Dear Mr. President Barack Obama and Mrs. First Lady Michelle Obama, as I write these words, I know that this letter most likely will be lost. So that I won't waste my time and start creating false hopes, I'm gonna try to reach you with the only method and way that I know, like this. Because you see, there's no paper or ink that can transport and transmit the feelings behind my plea, the question, the favor that I would like to ask from you. You see, there's no letters or words, expressions of fonts that can express to you the desperation of my call, my cry for help, the reasons and the meanings that I'm asking to please allow my mother into the United States. I mean, please tell me, what is it going to take? It's been 15 years that I have had to spend without her. My first period, my first heartbreak, graduations, birthdays, there's so much that we have missed. So much has gotten lost in the midst of all this. I mean, we have done it all that there is in the list. From the medical exams to the records from the police, from the investigations in the neighborhood to the interviews about my childhood, from the pictures and videos as proof of my parents' 40 years relationship, to the photocopies of my dad's siblings, nieces, nephews, and my own proof of citizenship. I have more memories of the trips taken to the embassy than the memories of the meals that I've had with my mom. Better yet, with my entire family as a whole. Mr. President, I know that after God, you have the power to make this happen. And Mrs. First Lady, I know that although you as well have the power, you're not only a daughter, but a mother. So you can imagine having the feeling that something is wrong with one of your kids and not being able to be there to comfort them. You can imagine having grandchildren and not being there for when they're born, being married, having a husband, and having to come home alone, sleeping in a bed that's cold, being sick and lonely, and not having your other half to hold. Having a family, but having to spend holidays alone, having to settle with a conversation on the phone. But there's so much that can't be told over the phone. We have become readers of our tones and interpreters of our silence. You see, Mr. President, because even though my mom is the only one that is overseas, many times the waves and turbulence in my house seems to be way over me. Because of this, breaking down trust, harmony, and dragging away the peace, I feel that her not being physically here has made the glue in our family disappear. Tell me how the branches can grow if the roots are nowhere near. She's the only one that can keep us together, and although my father's here, it's not any better because she needs him as much as he needs her. And although they don't mention it or talk about it, I know how much it hurts. I can see their sadness and miseries on their sleeves. I'm seeing them at night cover themselves with their blankets of questioning, resting on their pillows of wonderings, sleeping in their bed of sufferings. I'm seeing them choke on their list of hopes and dreams that they had for each one of their kids. I'm seeing them stumble around and holding on to their faith and their beliefs. I'm seeing them getting sick. I'm seeing them getting sick. None of the doctors can identify what it is, but I know that it's this process that is eating them alive. What's deteriorating my family is this waiting time. And I know you must be asking what everybody else asks. Why doesn't he leave so we all go back? But it's so hard when you try to maintain with a 9 to 5 and everybody expects from you, but can't nobody reply. No, we can't go back because it's been so much that has been sacrificed. It's been so much that has been given up. They did this for my siblings and I, and although I appreciate it, I can no longer stand it. To see my family apart, it breaks my heart to know that it was my mom that tried so hard for us to come, and she was the one that had to stay behind. You see, Mr. President, the United States Embassy in the Dominican Republic seems to have my mother's case on hold, or maybe the case went cold, or whatever the reason was, or whatever the reason is. I just know that an hour that's not spent reviewing her case is an hour that is taken away from me and from her. There's so much at stake, and I keep on working hard to not let that dream die, but without her here, nothing makes sense, and everything seems wrong, and nothing seems right. You see, Mr. President, my family believes in the American dream and how this country is the land of opportunities, but what's the point of us achieving and reaching goals when one of the main sources of motivation is not here to witness or enjoy anything at all? Because a picture or a video will never be enough. How do you capture a kiss? And how do you capture a hug? How do you capture the experiences of growing old? How do you capture the warmth of your family's touch? We can capture the smiles, but never the laughs. We can capture special moments and events, but never the time that has passed. Mr. President, I am asking you for a favor, a waiver, a pass. I am asking you for a chance to survive. I am asking you, please help me. I know that you know the importance of a family to unite. I need my mom to be able to step on the American land here to the USA. After all, everything we create here belongs to her, I will say. I will give it all just to see her face, to see my family like before, in the same room conversate. And I know that she's not dead, but these immigration issues have been killing us all day by day. Every paper mailed out, every form that is filled out, are the beats of my mother's heart that are painfully slowing down. Every interview denied, every time she's not approved, every attempt that doesn't pass. I see all of my parents' efforts collapsing all at once. Every appointment that's been scheduled, it's been like a circle, a loop. We raise our glasses high, ready to say salute, only to find out that we are closer to our tombs, and this seed that we all work so hard to plant, we might never see it bloom. Every fee that has been paid, every check that has been made, is coming from the bank of tolerance and patience that my parents for years have saved. But my account is overdrawn. I have nothing left. Everything's gone. Tell me where to go from here. Like I said before, it's been 15 years. And it's not like we even know that we have another day guaranteed. Tell me where else to go. Tell me what else to do, where else to go. Who else do I speak with? After all, everybody just tells me to wait, or even advise me to leave. But even if I try, how do I carry away those bags full of homework of do good, stay strong, make me proud, and don't look back? How do I go back with my homework incomplete? You see, my mother's a teacher and her career is one of her many gifts. So she definitely knows that doing your homework is the key to succeed. But as her daughter, and always knowing this, how do I explain that although I tried with all my heart, two thieves called circumstances and luck ripped it apart? I can't do that. I won't do that. Because after seeing my mom almost drown in all of this agony because of this process for me, I can't just show up in a boat of excuses full of sorries and just couldn't be's. Mr. President Barack Obama and Mrs. First Lady Michelle Obama, I am asking you to please allow my mother to meet the place that she has trusted with her husband, children, and grandkids for so long. Please review her case. Please help me bring my mom into the United States so that she can meet her driver opportunity face to face.